Hey girls, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm in my beauty room. I don't know if many of you girls know, I am a lash technician. I do lash extensions, and then I am a full body waxer. And then I'm also a lash educator, so I get girls lash certified. So I do a lot of things at once. I'm also a makeup artist. This is my workspace. This is one of my favorite places to be at. Today I decided, since it's like a girl talk, today's video is going to be all about questions that you guys asked. I have been getting a lot of questions about my surgery, so I'm like, might as well just getting it done all in one video. You girls asked me questions in Facebook and then Instagram, so I have them all here. If anybody has a question or something, just go to the video and then you'll get all your answers, your questions answered. So vamos a comenzar con la primera pregunta, which is, where did you get surgery? I got surgery in TJ, Tijuana, Baja California. My doctor is like literally 10 minutes away from the border. It's like super close to the border, the airports and all the stuff. So for, if you live in LA, in Cali, San Diego or stuff like that, for you it's really convenient too, because it's like just cross the border and it's like 10 minutes away from the border. It was my decision to get surgery out of the country because I wanted to get surgery in Chicago or US, just because you hear so many bad stories, in Mexico, Tijuana, anywhere, as you also hear really horrible stories in the US too, but US is more safe. And I try, to be here home, to not have to rent a hotel or Airbnb, so I could recover here in my house with my family. So I did not find any doctor, that would catch my eye. I did not fall in love with any doctor's work. And I just kept seeing TJ doctors, they do a really good job. They do that snatch look. That's what I was looking for. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's just go to TJ. I just gotta look for a really good doctor. TJ does have really good doctors, they're really professional, do really good research. So yeah, so that's my first question. Where did I get surgery? In TJ. Your doctor's name. This is one of my most asked questions, and obviously is the most important one. My doctor's name is Dr. Ariel Nieblas. As I said, he's in TJ, 10 minutes away. His clinic's like 10 minutes away from the border. He's a really funny dude. Like, él te siente los nervios que uno tiene. Obviously, it's normal. And, he tries to do the best out of it. He tries to do a joke out of something, and make you feel comfortable. When I had my markup appointment a day before my surgery, I was really nervous, because that's the only time you meet your doctor. That's the first time you meet your doctor. In Mexico, you don't get to talk to your doctor, to have a consult, because, you're here and then they're there, it's not, or if you could go and have a consult there, even better. But if that's not the case, you don't see your doctor. I've heard this around Mexico. That's how they work. So if you don't like this, then, maybe Mexico's not for you. So you don't get to see your doctor until the day of your markup appointment, which is one day before your surgery. As how they work is shoot them a DM, WhatsApp or email. I sent him a DM in Instagram, and then he sent me to a coordinator in WhatsApp. So I was contacting with my coordinator. You talk to her, te mandan toda la información de que, any like medical history, age, birthday, have you had any pregnancies, C-sections, surgeries, past surgeries, a whole bunch of information. It's like all your history in there. What do you want? What do you want to get done? And then you also have to send your pictures, your full body pictures. Y de ahí el doctor se da como una guía. That's how they work. You meet the doctor before your markup appointment, and then the next day is surgery. Why did I choose him as my doctor in general before even meeting him? Was his work. His work is amazing for me. I loved his work because I was researching, doctors for my surgery. The main thing was the incision, because I knew I was gonna have a big cut. I knew I had a lot of loose skin, so ya sabía que iba a tener una cortada grande. So my main thing was like, as thin as possible, or as straight as possible as it can, because I've seen other doctors work, and there's a crooked line. His incisions are super nice, super straight. My coordinator did send me pictures of my body when I was in surgery. They're graphic. I'm not gonna show you guys because they're pretty graphic. The thing that I want to mention with this is right into surgery, when he was working with me, like you could see the line from my back. You could see the line is super straight, super straight, and that's what I like. Like I'm like, oh my god, like my fucking scar is super nice, you know, like I love my scar. Another thing was the belly button. I've seen doctors work the belly button stretched out, or you know, like they didn't look as natural, they look like a line. That's not what I wanted. So he does a pretty natural belly button, and I've seen other girls that he has done, and I'm like, the belly he always snatch on the belly button. He does really good work on that, and I've never had a nice belly button. I've always been a big girl, you know, going through puberty. I lost 35 pounds, so I had a lot of loose skin, you know. So it's not just now that I became a mom. Like I've had loose skin before. I think that's why after my pregnancies it made it worse. So my belly button was always like, you could say like sad. I don't know how to explain it, but I've never had a nice belly button. So I'm like, me going through surgery is just like, you know, lo que me pueden hacer mejor de lo que tengo, even better. But obviously if you could find a good doctor that does a good job, even better. So up to now, like I see my belly button is still healing, you know. It's still not as pretty as it should look, but it's healing and I'm already loving it. Now the third question most asked was, how much did you pay for surgery? This is like one of the top ones, and obviously one of the most important ones too. So they quote you, you know, they give you like a, okay, you need this, that. They quoted me at $10,000 for the surgery. So then that was okay. I sent my deposit. I sent $1,000 deposit to my coordinator, or my doctor, but I was talking to my coordinator through wire. That's how they work. Yeah, the rest of the amount I paid it in cash in the day of my markup appointment. Once I saw my doctor in person, you know how I told you guys that was the very first time I was meeting my doctor, the first time he was seeing me, you know, like he had seen my pictures and he quoted me, but it's not the same when you see someone in pictures versus when you see someone in person. So once he saw me in person, like mind you, when the time when I sent my pictures and my deposit back in January, like the first week of the year. That's when I sent my deposit and my pictures. From that time to the time of my surgery, I lost over 30 pounds. So that's a lot, you know. And then I have even more loose skin. So yeah, él mirándome en persona, so it's just like, oh, you have. He even told me, are you like a gastric sleeve patient? He told me. And then I'm like, no, dijo, oh, so you lost the weight on your own. I'm like, yes, I lost it on my own. She's like, he even congratulated me. He's like, you did a good job, like losing all the weight on your own. You could even imagine, I have even more loose skin because I lost that weight fast. I had even more loose skin, and he's like, you know what? I quoted you to do an extended tummy tuck, so hip to hip. But he's like, you have a lot of loose skin towards your back, so your butt está para abajo, you know, no está donde debe estar. So you lost weight, your butt like slimmed down too. So he's like, for better results, I recommend you getting a circular tummy tuck. So it's a 360 tummy tuck. So I was a little concerned about that. I was a little upset because, you know, just the thought of having a whole line all over your body is just like, you know. And not just that, like the pain, I'm like, how is recovery? How do you sleep? How do you sit down, you know? And then he was just talking to me throughout. He told me, it's up to you, I'm not gonna put any pressure on you, but you are gonna have better results, because I told him I wanted an hourglass figure. And then he's like, okay, for you to have that, like he showed me, if I do extended tummy tuck, he showed me like the way how my body would look, like he pushed up my loose skin and all the stuff. And then he's like, you see, you're gonna look more square. And then I'm like, yeah, you're right, like I don't want that. And then he showed me, if I do a circular tummy tuck, this is how your body is gonna look, you know. And I like that. So I'm like, okay, I see the difference. And then I'm like, you know what, if that's what you think, you're the professional here, if that's what you think it's gonna be a better it's gonna give me better results, then I'm gonna go for it, you know. So I went with it. Just the thing that he said, just letting you know, that's gonna take me more time in the quirófano. So he said, that's more money. I'm gonna have to charge you more. The changes that we do. So he quotes you when you give your deposit, but just know that when they see you in person, there could be changes. So he charged me $1,000 more for that. So what I paid for just surgery was $11,000. I have all my information here of everything that I wasted. Just so you guys can know que no nomás es la cirugía, también son más expenses. So I'm gonna give you guys a total of everything that I wasted on, and then my total. So surgery itself is $11,000. And then Airbnb, you rented on Airbnb really close to my my clinic and everything, so it was like 6 minutes away. So it's really convenient, you know. On the Airbnb, we wasted $665 for 1 week. So it was 8 days, a total of 8 days. The tickets for me and Junior itself costed $777. So that's that for the tickets. My nurse for 4 days, $550. And I had to buy my stage 1 faja. Esa la compré en TJ. So la faja que compré, la compré donde está la clínica de mi doctor. So hay una tienda de fajas, and I went there to get mine because my doctor was out of my size. And then I got this one, well, is the one I'm wearing. This is the one I'm wearing. And it's this one. Se llama Mila's Recovery and Care. La persona que me la vendió, he was really helpful too. He told me que la puedo poner en to do like a cold therapy for my body. Like it's really helpful for your body too. Ponerla en el freezer for an hour before you put it on, and then the instructions are right here. And it helps your body cool down or deshincharse. Me costó $180 esta faja. He gave me all his information. And then this is son todos los lugares donde tienen esta tiendita. Me dijo que me cobra $30 for an arrangement. So how good is that, you know? You have the same faja, different sizes, you know, for like $30, you know? And then I have my bra. This is my bra. Esta me lo vendió el doctor. And it's just like a sport bra faja. Me la vendió el doctor, and then tiene esta, I could go smaller or, you know, make it bigger, smaller. Y esto me costó $70. Medication. Mi doctor me recetó mucho, pues todo lo que ocupo, árnica, you know, my painkiller, most important, hierro, a lot of medication, antibiotics, and all the stuff. Y todo el medicamento me costó $200 itself. Y esto lo compramos después de mi cirugía. When I booked my appointment, they want to see, this is what I like about my doctor, he wanted to see like my health at first, you know? They want to see what they're going to be working with. So as soon as I sent my deposit, my coordinator told me to go take biometric, emetic, that's how they call it, blood work, to see how my health is doing. So eso me costó $200. So yeah, es otro gasto, you know? También blood work. Keep in mind, blood work could be really expensive too. Pero es bueno porque, you know, you need it. You need your doctor to know that you're in good health. So that was 4 months before my surgery. And then 3 weeks before my surgery, he wanted me to do another lab work. It's a big list. Me sacaron como 8 tubitos de sangre for different things, pregnancy tests. I don't know exactly what they were, I forgot. But yeah, 3 weeks before my appointment, they wanted to take the lab work and for them to see how my health is doing, and if I need to work with anything, I have time, you know? So I have 3 weeks before, and that costed me $300. Para estar en el hospital, they required a PCR test. There's like a COVID test, but like deeper, I guess. It's not just for COVID, it's for any virus that you have on your system. So that's for anybody that's gonna be in the hospital. So it was gonna be for me and then for my partner, que también iba a estar en el hospital conmigo. So that was $200 per person. So in total, we spent $400 in total. The doctor wanted me to take blood work again 1 day before the surgery. And that, eso yo me lo hice en TJ. Con my coordinator me recomendó la place donde sacan sangre que ellos recomiendan. Obviously there's more around, pero ellos me recomendaron eso, so I went with them. Y esto fue $80 pagamos en dólares, it's okay, they let you pay in dollars too. Surgery items, so I'm talking about you know, my BBL pillow, my boards, arnica tees, socks, PJs, what else could I think of? Anything that I need for my surgery. Dog pads, you know that you need dog pads for para no que no estés manchando nada. Arnica oil, the backboards, gravity chair. I had to buy 2 gravity chairs. One for here in Chicago for me to have after my recovery, and then one over there in TJ. I bought it in Walmart and TJ so that I could have cuando salía del hospital. Y se la regalé a mi nurse para que la... I was gonna throw it out, but, you know, me daba, like, me calaba que la íbamos a tirar. Me costó más en TJ que en Chicago. So, I asked my nurse if she wanted it. You know, I had a hole, but she could use it for somebody else's too, you know, or for herself. And then she's like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll just put a pad on, or she was gonna keep it for herself. She's gonna put it on her patio. I'm like, oh my god, qué bueno, because si me iba a calar tirarla. And then one of the most important things that I've used is the female urinal. So that's the thing to pee. So it's like you pee like a guy basically. I don't know if anybody has seen those. So you pee standing up. That's the best thing I had so far. I was so afraid to sit down to pee. By that way, I just pee standing up. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Aquí tengo todo marcado. I'm not gonna mention it. I don't want to make this video super long. Pero con todo lo que gasté, it was a total of $500. So hice todo my list. I added everything, the total of everything. I wasted $15,000. Como les dije, no nomás es la cirugía, es todo Airbnb, tickets, nurse, fajas, todo se acumula y sí viene siendo bastante. That's the total of all my surgery expenses. I want to put it all together porque no nomás es la cirugía. Keep in mind, no nomás porque a mí me cobró eso mi doctor, quiere decir que a ti también te va a cobrar lo mismo, or, you know, te puede cobrar hasta menos, te puede cobrar más. This is just my quote that he quoted me, and I wanted to, you know, answer to you guys what the price was, just so you guys could give yourself an estimate. Muchas personas sí me han dicho, like, that he's, like, an overpriced for TJ. And I know that. A lot of people tell me, oh, like, for TJ, that's expensive. But mi doctor me ha dado tanta confianza. Miraba a otros doctores que me cobraban menos, pero honestly, si es por mi salud, I'm gonna go under the knife. So not just because it's cheaper, I'm gonna go through the cheaper route, you know? So yes, I know my doctor's pretty expensive to be on TJ, but he is amazing. I do not regret going with him at all. Who was your nurse? Who was my nurse? My nurse was Daisy Valle. She is amazing. I recommend her. If you're gonna go to TJ, get surgery or anything, I recommend you going with Daisy. She is amazing. Cuando la contraté, like, she would talk to me like if we knew each other already. So eso me dio mucha confianza. Yo la contraté a ella cuando empecé todo esto de mi surgery. Ya cuando la contraté a ella, me mandó a whole list of items that I was gonna need. She would tell me, you know what, if you think it's the dumbest question ever, I don't care, message me, like, I'm gonna answer you. I'd rather you come in with all, like, okay, I'm ready, she told me I need this, then you, like, you know, thinking, ay, por no preguntarle, no sé si debo de llevar esto, de llevar lo otro. So yeah, she gave me the confidence. Ya cuando la conocí en persona, it's like, girl, I've known you forever. So yeah, she's a really chill person. Ya mientras ella me estaba dando los masajes, we would talk about our life stories, and it's just really nice to meet people like that. You could find her on Instagram, Recovery Nurse TJ. Se las recomiendo totalmente. ¿Cómo te sientes después de tu cirugía, Diana? Porque yo me la quiero hacer. Y sí recomiendas a tu doctor. Bueno, pues me siento muy bien. No puedo decir nada más. Estoy todavía asombrada que hice lo que tanto he soñado. Pues sí, me siento muy feliz y me siento bien. No he tenido, gracias a Dios, no he tenido ninguna dificultad con nada, todo lo de mi cirugía. Nomás era lo de mis pies hinchados, que ya había hablado en otros videos, pero ya se me bajó, so I'm good with that. Y obviamente me estoy deshinchando poco a poco, era de esperarse. Me hizo bastante trabajo, so mi cuerpo pasó por un gran trauma. Lo estoy tomando slowly, no estoy poniendo tanta presión en mi cuerpo tampoco. It's a slow process. Soy hasta los 6 meses cuando ya mi cuerpo se va a ver como debe de verse. Así me siento muy bien. Sí, recomiendo a mi doctor. Sí, lo recomiendo 100%. No tuve ningún problema con mi doctor. Mi recuperación está yendo muy bien. El trabajo de mi doctor es maravilloso. Estoy tan asombrada por el trabajo. Es mucho lo que me hizo y me dejó como yo quería. Eso sí recomiendo a mi doctor. What was the pain level? Okay, the pain level, I never really had like a pain level. I've always been medicated. Después de que sales de cirugía, todavía tienes, la anestesia on you, so you really don't feel nothing. All you feel is pressure. Babe, I'm recording. Go over there. I'm almost done, okay? Okay, we're gonna... Okay, ahorita. Okay, you go tell papi. Pero no abran la puerta ahorita, ¿ok, papi? Sorry. Love you too. My baby no sabía que estaba grabando y entró. But it's okay. Going back to the topic, pain level. I've always been medicated, so no te puedo dar esa respuesta como que no sé lo que se siente saber el dolor 100% sin estar medicada. So, lo bueno que, existe medication. So, lo único que sí siento es como cuando se me está bajando la sustancia de, my painkillers and all that stuff, sí empiezo a sentir muchas como, like, punzadas. Sí, son punzadas. Muchas punzadas, like, in my boob part or, like, around my incision. Pero ya, once I start feeling that, I'm like, I need to take my medication. So, yeah. Pain level hasn't been so bad, and I'm really good with pain, so maybe también eso tiene que ver mucho. What was the hardest part about it? The hardest part was for me to stand up on in the first time y caminar. The first 2 days were the most rough ones. The third day, girl, I was walking like nothing had happened. And another thing, it's being comfortable. Try to find a spot to be comfortable, because I could be comfortable in one moment, pero te cansas de estar tanto en esa posición, so you want to switch it. And it's not like you could be moving around like, okay, me voy a acostar a este lado, me voy a acostar al otro. So, just things like that, I think for me has been the most more annoying than, hard, to find my comfortable position. Up to date, I don't sleep in my bed. I sleep in my gravity chair. And I feel like I'm a person that I used to sleep boca abajo, and now like I can't, it has to be in only one position. So for me that is super hard, but I know que it should end in a couple months. Como dicen, la belleza cuesta y duele. So it's all good, it's not that bad. My question is, how do I save up all that money to get my body done? Please help a friend. How did I save up all that money? Working, girl. I feel que también tiene que ver mucho que tanto gastes, I feel I'm a person que I could really save money. Like, if I want to, I could be really good at saving. So I feel on my part, I was busting my ass, working seven days, offering 7 days a week. If my girls, I can't do this day, can you do later? Girl, I was working at 9 p.m. up to leaving home up to 2 in the morning. So it's just that, la que quiere, y si se quiere, se puede. So, just working, busting your ass out. See that your work is not giving you enough money, get a part-time job, and by that, like, you could start saving up a little bit more. Or not just that, like, just, like, your expenses in general. Like, si quieres if you go to the mall, you see a shirt that you like, you know what, I'm not gonna get it. Esos $40 that me va a costar la shirt, I'm gonna put it in my savings. Y así, esos $40 no iban a estar ahí. Al contrario, no compraste tu shirt, they're there, and then you have extra $40. Y así, you want to go out to eat for dinner. You know what? No. Mejor ese dinero que me iba a gastar, esos $100 que me iba a gastar with my family, I'm going to save on my faja or my bra, whatever the case is, So, obviously, don't be so strict with that too. También, your family deserves quality time. I feel in my part, I would think about it a lot. Se me antoja eso, se me antoja un Starbucks, but then I'm like, no, mejor para que gasto, me puedo hacer un café en la casa. ese dinero mejor lo pongo en mi saving. Y así es como yo pienso que yo me ayudó bastante y ahorré, I was able to save up for my surgery. So yeah, girls, just I feel like putting it on your head and, you know, being strict with it. So yeah, that's how I saved up money. And, you know, si me ayudó a mí, if I could do it, being a business owner, que en veces it could be pretty hard to, you know, to keep up with, you know, work. I'm sure you're able to do it too. So that's how I save up my money, girl. Next question. Do you recommend staying a week at a recovery home or just until you get your massages? This question is pretty good. Thank you for asking. Do I recommend staying a week? The reason I stayed a week, it was because yo hablé con mi coordinator, yo le dije, ¿cuánto recomiendas que yo me quede en Tijuana? So she told me at least a week, at least 5 masajes que te hagas, or 4, you're good to go. So for people that are really close to TJ, or you could, you know, after surgery, probably stay 1 or 2 days in a recovery home or an Airbnb, hotel, whatever. And since you're like close to your home, you know, you could just go driving. In my occasion, obviously, I had to fly out. So I had to be in a good position for me to, y tuve que hacer escala. So para mí sí fue un poco más difícil, y no me arrepiento al tiempo que me quedé porque siento que fue un perfect timing. I was pretty good for me to fly out y hacer escala. But yeah, si estás cerca, si vives cerca, pues qué mejor, you know, you get to go home, you get to hire a nurse close to your area, and then for your post-op surgery, you could go back, you know, no sé qué tanto sea de lejos de ti, probably like 2 hours, I'm guessing. So it's not as bad as, you know, like me, you know, I don't know how many hours is away. It's up to you, honestly, if you wanna, you know, stay in a recovery home para que estés ahí toda segura con tus enfermeras and all the stuff. Or you could just be home and then hire a nurse and then be checking on you and then go back to TJ for your appointment. That was my case. That's why I stayed a week in TJ. Porque tuve que esperar que pasara mi cita y que mi doctor me diera de alta. So, por esa razón me quedé de 1 semana porque yo sí estoy bastante lejos. So yeah, I hope I answered this question, girl. Next question. ¿Se puede saber qué se operó? Of course. Siento que esa pregunta, lo que me hice lo he dicho en inglés y no lo he dicho en español, y tengo personas que me siguen que hablan español. So, gracias por preguntar esta pregunta para también hablarlo en español. Lo que me hice se llama Mommy Makeover, pero lo que incluye, o sea, te arreglan todo, todo lo que los hijos te jodieron. Me hice el busto, aumento de busto y lift. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. O sea, más paraditas. Me hice lo que es un tummy tuck. No sé cómo decir esto en español, pero te lo voy a explicar. O sea, me cortaron la panza y tengo me lo hicieron, la cirugía me lo hicieron circular. Me quitaron piel alrededor de mi cuerpo. Me hicieron la lipo acá atrás, toda atrás. Y esta grasita me la inyectaron a las pompis. So, yeah. Y también me hicieron el muscle repair. So, lo que es un muscle repair es aquí, abajo de las boobies. Cuando no tenemos hijos, nuestros músculos están así cerraditos. Y cada que tenemos hijos se van separando. Cada que tienes más hijos se van separando, se van separando. So, tienes como ahí ese espacio. So, lo que me hicieron, me lo cerraron, me lo cosieron, básicamente me lo cosieron como en un corset, y por eso está tan apretado aquí en esta parte. Y cuando hago cualquier movimiento, o toso, me río, o en otras ocasiones que he tenido que vomito, es muy, muy doloroso. Siento que esa parte ha sido una de las más dolorosas. Y sí, es todo lo que me hice. Espero ya haber podido responder tu pregunta como debe de ser. Did you get constipated after surgery? Oh, girl, yes, I did. Muchas pasan por esto, que no pueden hacer el baño por tanto medicamento. Es muy fuerte que, you know, you get constipated. Even though you drink a lot of water, you know, cosas calduditas, you get constipated. I've heard this a ton from other girls that had surgery. So I was pretty aware of this. I knew this stuff was gonna happen. I couldn't go number 2 with anything. Mi nurse me daba like, I don't know what was it, but it was like Miralax, I'm guessing. Me dio, y no hacía del baño. She was starting to get preocupada. Empecé a tomar stool softeners y con eso fue lo que me sirvió de primero. Sí me sirvió poquito de stool softeners, sí pude hacer poquito, pero no muy bien. Después ya cuando llegué a Chicago como que me tapé un poco más. And it's just a really bad feeling, girls, because it's just like, you know, your skin is so tight and then you're being bloated, you know, it's really bad. You wanna, you know, there's poop in there, but you can't take it out, you know? So it's really, really bad feeling. Empecé a tomar tés de árnica, no me sirvieron muy bien. También empecé a tomar tés de chupapanza que tomaba antes de mi cirugía, y no me sirvieron. It's crazy because that's how bad constipated I was. Hasta que mi suegra me dio un té que I'm in love with it. Le dije, este té hizo magia. Le tuve que pedir la receta a mi suegra. I'm like, because I'm so in love with this tea. Con este té, girls, I don't want to be nasty, but girls, took out everything. My stomach after that, mi estómago like really estaba tan a gusto. So le tuve que pedir la receta a mi suegra y lo que y no sabe malo, sabe rico. Es betabel con ginger, canela, laurel y limón amarillo. It's a simple tea. You guys just pelan poquito de el ginger, el betabel lo parten, y lo ponen a hervir hasta que pues esté hirviendo, and then you put it on your mug, y yo le pongo honey, le pongo miel. Y sabe bien rico. A mí se me afigura como que sabe a I feel like it tastes more like a ponche, you know? It has a bit of a taste of ponche. It's really good. I really liked drinking it. So yeah, I'm like, muchas gracias, suegra, por darme este té, because it you know, took out everything. I was so amazed. I was telling everybody, so happy. I was telling my mom, my husband, I'm like, I pooped. So yeah, if you guys suffer through that, you know, go with that tea. You're not gonna regret it. It's gonna help you out a lot. Y no sabe feo. It's really good. It has a really good taste. Let's move on to the next question. How many cc's did you get? My boobies estaban pequeñas, nomás que they were down. So my doctor told me your boobs shaped are into, he told me the name, I just can't remember how he explained it. Like my boobs were like in a shape of a tube, like they were like, you know, like so he's like, eso pasa cuando en veces no te desarrollas bien en tu pubertad. So they're, or your tissue, you know, there's not enough tissue, so they're like down. I've always had like low boobs, especially after my pregnancies, you know, even more. So he's like, they're not big, they're small, they're pretty tiny. So if I put you like a big implant, cuando cierre, si te hago el lift, cuando cierre, there's not gonna be enough space to close it. There's gonna be too much pressure. It could create fibrosis. Se te puede abrir. It could be more complications. And then I'm like, no, doctor, yo lo que quiero, I don't want no big dramatic look. Le dije, yo quiero algo natural, pero que estén bien paraditas. Es lo que yo busco. Que si un día no me quiero poner bra, you know, just put on the stickies and you're good. So he's like, okay. He told me, si no quieres lift, te puedo poner lo que tú quieras. Pero si quieres el lift, si no te puedo poner tanto. So quedamos que en the markup appointment quedamos en 425 cc's. Pero ya cuando me hicieron la cirugía, and then me fue a ver mi doctor for revision, they actually told me that he went bigger. He was able to go bigger, because I did tell him I did that was a bit small. So he knew I wanted something bigger. From 425 que habíamos quedado, that I was okay with it, he was able to put 465. So I was super happy with that. I'm like, that's perfect. That's what I wanted. Y ya, ahora que me las miro, ya more healed, I love them. I'm in love with my boobs. Everybody is. My sister has told me, oh my god, your boobs are so nice. They're not that big, but then, you know, they're good. They're perky, good looking. And my husband, Junior, he loves my boobs. He says like, right now, that's my favorite part, because everything's healing. So yeah, that's how many cc's I got, 465 cc's. And then they are under the muscle. También me dejaron saber eso. They are under the muscle, so I'm more than happy with everything. I believe no se las puedo enseñar muy bien because, you know, they're gonna shut down the video, but ahorita no se ven tampoco muy bien because tengo the bra and then I have like an undershirt para que no me estén, the faja no me ligue. Pero, girl, promise you, when I see them, they're so nice. I'm in love with them. But yeah, how do you sleep? This is a really good question because when people get surgery, it's poco a poco, you know, there's ways to sleep. If you get your boobs done, obviously, you know, así, poco arriba. When you get a tummy tuck, poco arriba. When you get your BBL, poco abajo. But I got everything at once. So it's pretty hard to sleep comfortably when you have a mommy makeover. So lo que yo hago, I started sleeping in my gravity chair. Le hicimos un hoyito, mi nurse le hizo un hoyito, pero girls, no me gustaba porque I have big hips y my hips will hit into the gravity chair donde está like los tornillitos and stuff like that. And that was so painful, and then my legs todas hinchadas. It was just really bad. So I told my nurse, no, can we switch the way of sleeping? So yeah, me hizo like una donut. Me hizo una donut to sleep in bed. That was better than the gravity chair. But the thing is, I was super straight. Like dormía así sentada straight. So no, sí me gustaba. It was better than the gravity chair, but it wasn't my favorite. So now that I got home, how I told you guys, I had another gravity chair here in the house without a hole. So lo que hago ahorita, me duermo en la gravity chair, le pongo bastante pillows, so that my butt could be in the air. Así me duermo más elevada, more straight, and I sleep really comfortable. So yeah, that's the way I sleep right now. It's pretty hard. Just know this, keep in mind, like if you're gonna do all these, like it's to sleep, to find a comfortable place or spot to be seated, it's gonna be hard, but I mean it's part of it, so you gotta cope with it. So yeah, that's the way I sleep. Did your mom and your dad support you? This is a good question. So it's different because my mom did support me at first. My dad como que sí, pero como que no. My mom, yo le enseñé a mom, like the primera mom was like, no, every mom, you know, you're gonna be in surgery. It's too delicado and stuff like that. Like you have kids, you gotta think about it. And then I show her, mom, this is why I wanna get surgery. I show her, I pull out my big ass stomach, you know, my loose skin, my mommy pouch. And I told her, this is why I want to get surgery. And she was in shock. She's like, wow, you know how to hide that so well. Like, I'm skinny, but I don't look skinny because of my mommy pouch. I lost 30 pounds. It doesn't look like I lost 30 pounds. Like, it just so frustrating. Like, I lost so much pounds, but you can't really tell because I have that big ass mommy pouch, you know. My skin got way more loose after I lost so much weight. My mom understood me more, so she's like, okay, I understand you. And yeah, I see what you mean. If that's what you want, I'll go ahead, I'll support you. She told me, go do it. I could even go with you, or if you want, I'll stay with the babies. And I'm like, yeah, mom, if you want, stay with the babies, porque qué mamá va a querer mirar a su hija sufrir? Nobody, right? Yeah, she supported me with that. And then my dad, it's not that he did not support me. It's more like, ¿cuánto va a ser? My dad is more like money, like ¿cuánto va a ser, mija? And I had to lie to him. I'm telling him, me van a cobrar $8,000. And even that, he's like, no chingues, mija, that's a lot. Like, you could do so much with that. You could like give a down payment for a house. You could get yourself a car or whatever. You know, Mexican dads, you know, they think of the money. They don't think of, you know, how you're gonna look. He's like, you could, with that money, you could do this, you could do that. I'm like, it's okay, dad. It's something I've been wanting. I don't know if you knew this, but it's something I've been wanting, and I'm gonna do it, you know. I'm gonna work hard for it. My mom was supporting me. My dad was like, he's not that he never supported me, it was just the money. So ya cuando llegué a Chicago, my mom, cada vez que me hace algo, me soba, me soba los pies o whatever, me regaña. She's like, pues que pa' qué haces esto, and this and that. So como que me dio la vuelta, you know, como que she, me apoyó de primero, pero al último como que ya no me apoyó, even though I was good already. Pero me mira y me dice, oh my God, qué cuerpazo tienes. Look at your boobs, look at your waist, look at your butt. She still hypes me up, but she still gets mad at me. But she's like, es que tú no sabes por lo que yo pasé. Like, you know, I was 8 hours and a half in surgery. She's like, those 8 hours and a half was like hell for me. And I'm like, I get it, mom. I'm sorry to be putting you through this, but I'm good now. Let's see the good side. I'm good. And she's just like, I don't want you to do this ever again, please. Like, you're good now, just don't do it. Because, you know, there's girls that get addicted to this. So I'm like, no, mom, I'm sorry. Pero sí, just know that I'm really happy with my results, and, you know. So yeah, mi mamá como que se me volteó, y mi dad también. No me apoyaba, but as soon as he saw me, he's like, oh, you look so good. Like, I don't know how much you wasted, but that doctor did you fucking good. Like, look at you, you're still fucking swollen and this and that, but you look so good. Like, ¿dónde está la panza? You know? So my dad ya me apoya demasiado. He's like, you did a good job. Like, you know, it's not just doing surgery, is, you know, losing all the weight you lost. Like, he's like, props to you, you lost so much weight, you were able to save all your money. So it's just like my dad is so proud of me, and he shows it a lot. I know my mom is too, but my mom is just more like, I'm not gonna hype her up because then se va a volar and she's gonna go do it again. So yeah, that's how my parents supported me. But I know deep inside they're both happy, and, you know, their baby girl did it for herself, and they're happy that she's happy. So yeah. What did your man think about all your surgery experience? Because my man is so against it. Oh my God, girl. So let me tell you, at first, back in probably 8 years, probably 8 years ago, I've always had this in mind. 8 years ago, he did not support me. He's like, no, you're good. You know, era algo que ni pasaba por su cabeza, but I was just like, one day I want to do this. Y he's like, no, you're good, ¿para qué pasas por eso? Just lose weight. Y a él era el que tanto le jodía, you know? Every time we would go out, fuck, I don't have clothes, look at all this shit, look at my stomach, no me queda bien, I hate my stomach. A él era el que le jodía siempre. So one day me llegó y me dijo, ¿sabes qué? If you really wanted to get plastic surgery, if you really want a tummy tuck or whatever, mommy makeover, lose up to the weight you want to be at, your goal weight, and then I'll pay for your surgery. And then he's like, and I'll support you. I'll support you if you lose all the weight. I'll support you if that's really what you want. You know, I'm supporting you. I support you with everything. I could support you with this too. Just, you know, look for a really good doctor. No te vayas a ir nomás a lo menso. So yeah, so don't think that he has always supported me in this. Like, tuvo su tiempo que no, que he's like, you look good, like, you don't need plastic surgery. But yeah, now he's totally not against it. Al contrario, he's like, he looks at me, he's like, wow, you're not even where you're supposed to be at, and you're already looking so good. No, that helps you out more. Obviously, I didn't do this for him, for anybody. I did this for myself. He would always tell me, like, your stretch marks, your mommy pouch, you know, I don't hate it. Like, they're there because you gave life to my kids. And, you know, siempre me he quedado eso en la mente, lo que él me dijo esa vez, because I'm like, wow, like, you know, like if it was another guy, you know, you're fat, like, look at that. You know, él está al contrario, like, he's like, thanks to that stretch marks, to that, like, loose skin, mommy pouch, my kids are here, you know, like, you gave birth to my kids, so I'm happy, I'm thankful for that. So nunca me dijo, like, ay, me da asco tu panza, me da asco esto. No, nunca, jamás. Pero it was just me, a mí que siempre le estaba jode. So till then, he's like, okay, if that's really what you want, you just gotta, you know, get to work, lose all the weight you want to lose, and I'll support you. That's the way he supported me, girl. Like, he has supported me with every decision I make. My man always supports me, and I'm so thankful for that. And girl, like, he did so good. I would feel really pampered by him, when I was in my recovery, and the stuff. You know, I feel my man started supporting me just by the fact that, like, you know, he knew how much I hated myself when I would see myself in the mirror. And, you know, he's like, you know, I want to see her happy. So might as well, you know, start supporting her dream. So yeah, that's how he started supporting me. Were you nervous before entering surgery? And I think this is a really good one too, because yes, I was. How I was telling you guys how I would, like, be with my mom, like, throughout the whole, like, you know, 4 months that I knew I was getting surgery. I was doing so good. I was so happy. I was so excited. But I feel like the last week, like, you know, before my surgery, like, it kind of hit me. I would get, like, super, like, como que muy pensativa. You know, my mom would catch me, like, biting my nails, or just really serious. And my sisters, what's wrong with you? You know, like, you're not all hyped up like you always are. Or my mom, like, estás muy pensativa, like, si no estás segura de esto, no lo hagas, you know. But then I'm like, no, I'm so sure about it. Like, why? It's just, you know, los nervios, you know. Before entering surgery, yes, how I told you guys, I had a talk with my mom, you know. I just started crying a lot, and I'm like, Mom, I'm scared. Like, nunca le he hablado a mi mamá de decirle que tengo miedo. I've always been so good about this topic. I've always been so strong para que mi mamá no sepa que tengo miedo, you know, like, ella sepa que yo esté bien, para que ella también esté tranquila. Pero le hablé y le dije, ¿sabes qué, ma? Tengo miedo. And then she helped me out, you know, just be positive. She started crying a lot too. Y siento que esa llamada con mi mamá me ayudó mucho. Me fui un poco más segura, you know, también despedirme de Junior. I try not to think a lot, like, como que no pensar mucho en la despedida. I'm like, okay, ven por mí en unas horas, así lo pensé, no, you know, we didn't say bye to each other and stuff like that. I mean, I hate despedidas. He knew we had a talk before, you know, leaving to TJ, you know, if anything happens to me, just, you know, take care of my kids and stuff like that. Pero obviamente tampoco era mucho de pensar en eso. Ya, al que me digan, siéntate ahí es donde te vamos a operar, sí me dio muchos nervios. I started to panic. I was just like, damn, this is it. Ya empezaron los doctores, que okay, que alza tus manos. And I'm like, no. Me dijo el I can't say that word, anestesiólogo, me dijo, okay, te voy a poner una inyección, te voy a poner esto para los nervios. I'm like, yes, I need it. Girl, that's it. Fue lo único que me acuerdo, nomás fue eso. Y me acuerdo que me empezaron a poner una máscara. That's all I remember. Pero sí eran bastantes nervios. Como que ya, pues, que sea lo que Dios quiera. Aquí estoy. Obviously, my family was all praying for me. Thank you to all of them. Siento que mi cirugía it was pretty good, you know. No hubo complicaciones en nada. Sí se tardó 8 horas y media. Se tardó un poco más de lo que se debía de tardar, porque me encontraron hernias around my belly button y me las quitaron, you know. De ahí aprovecharon y ahí mismo me quitaron todo esto. Por eso se tardó más. Supuestamente mi doctor me había dicho que se iba a tardar hasta 7 horas y media. Y pues imagínense, mi familia solo esperaban 7 horas, you know. Y al solo saber que todavía no, you know, everybody, my mom, my suegra, calling Junior, what's going on. No, pues que todavía no sale. Junior calling my coordinator y que todavía no sale. So, you know, era un momento que yo me imagino everybody started panicking, pero por esa razón se tardó un poquito más mi cirugía. Pero todo salió bien, gracias a Dios. Everything came out good, thanks to God. But sí estaba nerviosa antes de entrar a quirófano. But I guess it's part of it, you know. I feel everybody, the simplest surgery, I feel anybody will be nervous, because any surgery is dangerous, you know. And obviously this one, you know, they were doing so much work on me. So, yeah, por esa razón siento que sí. Pero cualquiera, you know. But everything came out good. That's good. I am done with all the questions. These are the most frequent asked questions. Thank you so much for anybody that asked the questions. Gracias a todos los que preguntaron. You guys asked really good questions. I wanted to show you guys my body. Quería enseñarles un poquito cómo me miro. So this is how I look without... I still have the faja, but I don't have the foams anymore. Esto lo que miran aquí es la tripita. I feel I'm doing so good. I don't have the foams, so that's why I wanted to show you guys. Lo que ven aquí es una undershirt que me pongo para que la faja no me ligue, pero se me dobló, por eso está así. But yeah, this is how I look. This is my side profile, which is super good. Estoy hinchada, girls. Todavía estoy bastante hinchada, pero I'm doing so good. This is my back view. Side. Todavía estoy bastante hinchada, pero ya me deshinché mucho, girls, mucho. And then, like, my boobs. They're doing so good, too. And this está conectado aquí. Obviamente no les puedo enseñar. Ok, poquito aquí. Está conectado aquí, adentro de mi cuerpo. Y como aquí también tengo un stitch para que no se me mueva cuando me baño o me quito la faja y me la vuelvo a poner. Sí batallo mucho, me estorba mucho, un mal movimiento que he hecho, me duele mucho. So, por esa razón ya me lo quiero quitar. Ya para ponerme ya my ab boards, para formar mejor el cuerpo. and una faja más compressed, porque esta faja no está nada compressed. But yeah, guys, that's how I look. I'm loving the hips. I'm loving the booty, everything. I'm living a dream. I told Junior, I'm living a dream every time I get something new, like today, que no me puse ya no me pongo boards. He's like, wait for you to be healed, girl. Wait for you to be like wearing new outfits and stuff, Más porque de ahí vengo, you know, like de tanto estarle jodiendo a Junior, like, oh my God, no me gusta cómo se me ve aquí. Like, just for me to see this así de planito, like, girl, that's everything for me. Ya lo demás is extra, but for me to see this like that, it's amazing. Ojalá les haya gustado el video. Interesada en, you know, getting surgery with this was my experience. You know, you don't have to, if you want to do the same, you don't have to go to the same doctor. There's so many doctors out there, but please girls, do really good research, like double check on the doctor, even triple check. It's okay, you know. If you're about to give your deposit with some doctor and you're not feeling it, just don't do it. I've been in this doctor hunt for over 2 years. It's not like, oh, you know what, 4 months ago I wanted to get surgery, let me just get surgery. No, girls, I've been in this hunt for over 2 years. Like 1 year ago I was about to book an appointment in Miami, but something was telling me, I was just like I love the doctor's work, but I wasn't happy, you know. I wasn't fully happy, and I was about to get my deposit, and you know, it's just something inside me was telling me, no, don't do it. And I didn't. I just did not answer my coordinator. I stopped answering them, and they kept calling me, like insisting a lot, you know, with a lot of sales going on. We have a huge sale going on. Get all your body done and this and that for like $4,000, you know. When they have a lot of sales going on, you just keep yourself out of there. Why are they giving out so much stuff? It's just un consejo que les puedo dar. Por eso me tardé mucho porque encontrar un doctor, porque no encontraba uno que me llenara el ojo por la razón de cómo trabajaban. So obviously, if you're gonna pay for all this, if you're gonna go through all this dangerous stuff, you know, go with someone that does a good job, you know, ya que vas a hacer todo esto, que te dejen bien. Just do a lot of research from your doctor, and that's it, you know. Like, if you think that's the right one, just go for it. That's all for today. I hope you guys liked today's video, and I enjoyed it so much, giving you guys all the tea from my surgery and all my experience. See you girls in the next one. Bye.